My name is Isaac, and this is going to be the Dallas Airport Systems Flight Tracker. Today I'll be showing you a YouTube instructional, just how to use Flight Tracker, one of the resources that we give you, the public. Um, if none of you are familiar with Flight Tracker, what it is, it gives you the ability to see flights, information on the flights, and you also are able to submit noise complaints directly through those flights. So I'll be showing you the interface and just the process of filing a complaint. So just an overview of the flight tracker itself. If you see here on the top, you have the weather, the wind direction, and velocity. And over here in the middle, you have the date and time. You have these icons right here. I'll go into that a little later. And if you look to the left, you have a box, an icon with an arrow. If you click that, it will open the menu. And then you'll see a couple of things here. You have change date and time, track presets, location search, submit complaint, flight info, and noise info. So before I get into any of that, I just want to go ahead and show you guys how to work the settings. Here you'll have a different selection of different maps. You can do Google Maps if you're more comfortable with that, satellite, but for this time we'll do on street. And then you also have the option to do map colors. You can do a high contrast. You can do a map overlay. You can have planes showing, not showing. You can show their trails if not, and also you can hide and unhide the noise monitors. And then you also have aircraft filters. You can show inbound or outbounds, local flights, and also if they're going to different destinations. So let's say if you want just to see flights that are just going to Dallas Executive or Dallas Love Field, you can click on that and just see the only flights that are landing or taking off. And then it also has it by color. You can select that based on the airline, altitude, or flight type. And when I say flight type, I mean inbound, outbound. And then also you have aircraft labels. You can show, if you see here, you'll have this little white box. You have the ability to show it or not, and then they can be a little transparent if you choose. And then also the flight tracks, you can make their short or long trails. And then we also are proud to incorporate Spanish versions. So if there are any Spanish speakers on there, you are allowed to go ahead and hit Spanish mode and it'll translate it for you. You can zoom in and out with the buttons here on the right. And if you want to move the map, you can kind of just pinpoint the mouse and drag it around. And now you might be asking, how do I use it? Well, it's very easy. Let's say that you're looking for just all the flights. You're not looking for one specific flight that's over your home. You want to just see all the flight tracks. So you can go here, click on this icon, track presets. And then this gives you the ability, you can literally select mid-morning tracks, midday, and it'll show you all the flight tracks that have been flown in the morning or midday. And then you just, if you don't want to see any tracks, don't show any tracks. Go ahead and choose a date and time. So I'm gonna say that I heard an aircraft flying over my home around 8 a.m. So I'm gonna use the arrows to go to 8. Actually, I'm going to make it 8:03 and then AM. Okay. And now I'll also notice, so it says live, but because the data takes a while for it to get to here, it's going to be a 10-minute delay. And you also have the ability to go back into 3 months prior to. Right, so now that we chose our time, go ahead and hit apply, the check mark. All right, now we'll have a bunch of flights here that are going on. And now just to kind of talk about this icon here, this one speed, you can change the speed. You can speed it up to 50 and slow it down. Okay. You can have the ability to pause, play as well. So now, let's say this aircraft right here, this is the aircraft that I believe flew over my home. Now before I do any of that, I want to go ahead and put my address in. So for this purpose, I'm just going to put a zip code. I'm not going to put an actual address. So here, it shows my relation to Dallas Executive. All right, and I'm going to click on this aircraft. And once I click on it, so it'll show me a couple of different things here. It'll show me, first of all, its total flight track. Also, it'll show me the registration, the actual aircraft type it is, a picture of it if it has one. And then another really nice piece of information is it shows you the point of closest approach. So that's the importance of showing your home. So it'll basically show when will you be impacted by the noise the most, at what point. And so it's very helpful. And if you use the arrows here at the bottom, You can kind of select over, and it has route information, aircraft details. Here you can see specs, dimensions, and things like that. Okay. And then before I get into anything else further with that, I also want to just point out that the noise monitor information, it's going to be this map looking icon here. What it does is it shows you all the noise level for that period of time that you selected, and it goes back 5 minutes. So you can kind of see the decibels of that noise, that specific noise monitor that I clicked on. Right. Back to this aircraft now. Let's say that you want to submit the complaint connected to that aircraft. So you just hit the mail icon, submit complaint, and you hit yes. And then it will take you to the submit noise concern. And here you just fill out all your information. Just put all your address information as well. Zip code, email. Okay. And then here, it'll give you a little bit more information. So it shows your address, the concern, the aircraft type it is, its call sign, and then the date, and then the time as well. And then here you select the disturbance type. I'm just gonna put too early, and then description. We ask that you leave a very descriptive description this time. I'm just gonna put aircraft is making too much noise. Response requested. Just to help me out, I would always select yes, and then I'm not a robot, just so you can verify for us. And then you go ahead and submit concern, and then that will go to me. Thank you for coming with me and enjoying this adventure. If you want to have any other noise issues, go ahead and submit your concerns to the noise office, and I'll be handling that for you. And I'll also be including the YouTube link below, so just please check that out.